Mayor Adams just dropped out.
Uh-oh.
And he said, I quit. I'm done. I'm out of it. Again, I'm Tom. I'm going to come to you here in a minute, but he ends his reelection bid for New York City mayor. Does he say anything, Rob?
I guess this is the announcement last night.
Okay, go for it.
And yet, despite all we've achieved, I cannot continue my reelection campaign. The constant media speculation about my future and the campaign finance board's decision to withhold millions of dollars have undermined my ability to raise the funds needed for a serious campaign. I hope that over time, New Yorkers will see this city thrive under our leadership, and that policies we put in place should be continued and expanded. I hope you will see that despite the headlines and innuendo, I always put you before me, always.
All right. So while that is going on, okay, President Trump tweets something out on Truth Social, okay? Rob, I don't know if you have that or not. He tweets something on Truth Social that says the following. It says, self-proclaimed New York City Mamdani, who is running for mayor, will prove to be one of the best things to ever happen to our great Republican Party, which I agree with. And I said this at Jubilee. I hope he wins, okay? Yep. In a way, purely for the case study. He's going to have problems with Washington like no mayor in the history of our once great city. Once great city. Remember that he needs money from me as president in order to fulfill all of his fake communist promises. He won't be getting any of it. So what's the point of voting for him? This ideology has failed always for thousands of years and will fail again, and that's guaranteed. President DJT. By the way, New York City, you know what you may want to look at for those of you guys that are supporting this guy? Look what's going on with the Portland highlights that we were watching earlier. Mm-hmm. Well, what's going on with the streets? He doesn't think those things are any issue. He's not somebody that's sitting there saying, let's go get more cops. You've seen what he's supported in the past before. Tom, I know you got some polls here you want to share with the rest of us, because I think the average person, Tom, is asking a following question, and I think you got the answer for it. The average person's asking, okay, how big of an impact did this make for Mayor Adams dropping out? Did the votes go to Cuomo? And what would happen if Sliwa walks out? Okay, would the votes go to Cuomo? Does Cuomo have a chance to beat Mamdani? What does Tom Ellsworth say about this?
Well, what we say about it is there's a lot of polling going on out there, and there's a lot of polling that's being paid for by Mamdani and by media organizations. You call up the media organizations, hey, ABC New York calling, we need a poll, Quinnipiac. Yep, we'll get right back to you. And a lot of times the polls are flawed, or Quinnipiac wants to get business next week and this week. I'm not picking on them, but the way it kind of works is sometimes polls are produced that kind of follow narratives. And what's happening right now, people are saying, what is the net effect on the election? Is this going to help? And right now, Rasmussen, people that I trust and have contact with, they are looking at it and saying, look, you are looking at maybe you have breakage. Remember when RFK, this will people remember, so maybe they can identify this. Everybody said, well, if RFK drops out and he's off those ballots, do those votes go to Trump? Remember that?
Yes.
Yes. That? And there was about 5 to 7 for RFK, and it was usually 4-2. 4 votes for Trump. 2 votes would go, no, I liked RFK, but I'm really Democrat. More left.
Yep.
So that's the breakage here. Well, about 70% of this goes to Cuomo, but there is still about 30% that are upset with Cuomo, that have a long memory. And so when you shake it out, you have a 2-horse race. And the Emerson College number here, not that they are the perfect pollster, but their analysis here, their analysis here is me and many other people that are really diving deep into numbers is correct, that it's about Mamdani 7 when you take out...
If Sliwa and Adams are out, correct. Mamdani still wins by 7.
Still wins by 7, and it's the problem that we showed last time where you went down all the groups. Remember you were going down last time on Friday?
Yep.
And you're asking, what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are they thinking? Because there is a breakage for Mamdani. And I think it's, if everybody's gone, it's 7. If Sliwa stays there, it's 14.
Tom, who's Wick? Who's Wick there that has Cuomo wins by 1?
It's not John.
Rob, go up a little bit. Wick, Harris X.
Johnny.
Conan
We might
Strategy
need him,
Group.
though.
Who are
No,
they?
I have no idea how the WIC people calculate this.
Who is Wick, though?
I
Do you know them? Have you heard of them?
No, I'm not familiar with them, to be honest
Okay.
with you.
And then do you know who Harris X is?
I know who Harris is. I know who American Pulse Research
So
is.
who is Harris X?
So Harris X,
No relation to Kamala, right?
no.
You
You look at, what you do is you look at who they vote, who they poll. You look Honan Group, likely voters. Harris, registered voters. So when polling goes out, they call people on there, are you a registered voter? Yes, I am. I'm registered here. And so then they know, okay, we have a poll of this many registered voters on this side. Other times it's likely voters. Other times they're just dialing and they have 1,000 people. You don't know with that. Why is that important? Because let's say 44% are registered Democrats in a certain area. And 40% are registered Republicans. Everything is independent. You want to have registered voters representing that mix. Otherwise, you're just playing into the bias. It's like asking everybody at the Green Bay Packers game on the morning of the first game of the season, who's going to win the Super Bowl? 44% people believe Packers are going to win the Super Bowl. Of course they do, because you have a bias. And so that's what's going on with a lot of these.
Adam.
Well, Eric Adams drops out, so it's now officially a two-person race. And, you know, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. Cuomo, you're not going to win, homie. I wish you had a chance, but the voter base in New York City ain't about it. I mean, this is something that Eric Adams said last week. He said a substantial number of Gen Z voters will support the socialist NYC Mayor frontwear Mamdani, and a lot of them are foul-mouthed USA-hating radicals. The radicalization of the left part of America is real, gentlemen, and they are nasty, and they are reminiscent of Russia 100-plus years ago when the Bolshevik army took down the Tsar. Here's some of his quotes, right? They're nasty. They're U.S.-hating radicals. I've never witnessed a more mean and angry, nasty electoral season. I leave my church or I'll leave lunch. People are shouting, F you, Adams, F you. When you do it in front of children, it says to me that you have no regard for civility, and that's associated with living in a city of this magnitude. Our children are being radicalized. Our children are starting to hate this city. Not all, but many young people have been radicalized. The radicalization is real. This is just one little anecdote from Mayor Eric Adams. Don't you think the current mayor of New York City knows what he's talking about in this regard? But
do you agree with them?
Oh, I fully agree with them.
Yeah.
You sat down in front of 20, what I would call leftist radicals in the Jubilee debate.
Yep.
And everyone gave you immense credit. I can't believe Pat had so much patience. He was so kind. He was so nice. How many of those 20 minds do you think you actually changed?
Short term or long term?
Short term and long term.
Short term, none.
Okay.
Long term, 3.
You think so?
I think so.
Walk me through why those 3 people will come to the
because
realization
life's going
that
to happen to you. Life's going to happen to you. And life's going to happen to you. And by the way, generally, the reason why I'm where I'm at in my life is because I believe people can change. Even with you were very annoying. You know, when I
appreciate that.
But you were though. You were obnoxious at one point. It was tough to be around. It's like, oh my God, if I have to hear another thing by this guy about Russia and stuff like this, it was like overly. But you know what? Deep down inside, I said, I think something's going to happen with this guy.
Bingo.
I think he's going to figure something out. By the way, I was to others. You kidding me? Like when I was younger, I'm like, what's this guy going to do with his life? Where's this guy going? When's the guy going to make a decision to do something with his life? And then I had to go through it, right? So I'm generally optimistic that some people will change because there's one thing you can never stop, Adam. You know what that is? Life's going to happen, man.
Yep.
And when life happens, you're by yourself, alone on your. What are you going to do when I'm talking life really happens?
Yep.
I'm not talking about life happens. When life really happens, what was the reason why you chose to come and live in Addison? Because life really happened.
Yep.
2 events simultaneously. Bam! Wake up. And you're like, whoa, what was this all about, right?
Yeah.
I think when life really happens, some people wake up and some people double down on the victimhood stuff. I do think a few of those guys will. But going back to the New York thing you're talking about with Adam saying that, if you lived in a city where everywhere you go, someone's like, fuck you, mother, you piece of shit. Yeah, I'd say, you know, you have to be thinking about, like you either have to know that's the DNA of that city. Like, you know how they say Philadelphia fans, if you play for Philly, like Rob, you know this, like Philadelphia fans are
tough crowd,
right? New York, same. Boston, same.
Santa Claus.
You can go around and say a lot of different things, but those three, LA fans are, believe it or not, LA fans are not LA. It's a very different kind of a fan base.
Yeah, they're fake.
It's not, you're not wrong, okay? Like Tom is a true Dodger fan.
True.
It's annoying to be around, but he's a true Dodger fan.
So annoying.
You know, like,
please don't.
By the way,
Tom
hey,
like that, guys.
the Yankees needed Toronto to lose one game to have the bye. Tom's smile on his face. You should see the look on his face.
I'm so happy.
That
He
Toronto
can't even hold it in. Look at him.
Now, look at his face.
Look
Can
at
you
him.
zoom in
Can't
on
even hold
his
it
face,
in.
please?
Turning red.
So we have a thing. I don't want any text about baseball from Tom
ever
until the season is over with. And I'm talking playoffs is over with. I don't want to hear it because I know deep down inside he's like, well, that guy's this, and you don't have Cole, and you don't have this, and you know. So I'm like, listen, let the season end, and then let's talk baseball. We're planning on watching some baseball this weekend, but you know where we're watching it?
Tom.
We go to a Dodgers Yankees game, and the Yankees greatest fifth inning in the history of the Yankees. Which, you know, it's case studies are going to be written about that fifth inning, right? Movies are going to. There was movies made about series. There's been documentaries made about series. Yankees, Boston. But they're going to make a movie, and you can make a 12-part documentary series about the fifth inning.
That's it. And call it the fifth inning.
Call it the fifth inning.
Fifth.
And it would do well. But anyways, yeah. So I can't imagine that happening in New York being that.
You're
crazy.
the hottest, most balanced team going into the playoffs.
Tom,
You're 9-1. And hats off to Aaron Judge.
That's a real picture.
He
Tom
did
was
something.
choking.
He did something.
You know what that is?
Oh yeah.
By the way, in the back, you know who's celebrating? The Dodgers just won. We're in a booth.
Oh, that's a
World
Dodger
Him and
game.
Sam.
Wow.
Him and Sam are celebrating privately with another guy named Greg. The three are just like teamed up. 25 Yankees guys and 3 Dodgers. We had to have escort the 3 Dodgers guys out and say, listen, you guys got to get out of here.
Little fun fact: Tom actually pooped in his pants there.
He did.
He actually let it go.
So,
That's not true.
by the way,
It's true.
By the way,
Stop it.
Tom
Come
went.
on,
Aaron Judge
He went,
Aaron Judge is your MVP, and he just did something that no one's done since Mickey Mantle: 50 dingers and a batting title. And a batting title.
But you know what that means?
I know.
You know what that means? Where it's like they over compliment to
know that
put
you're
superstitious be against you. That's Tom's style.
We know what you just did.
Tom's got a little Armenian in him. But let me continue.
Can we land this plane?
No, I don't want to land it. I want to get away from it.
I want to say we were talking about Eric Adams.
I want to talk about Mamdani really fast.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
So,
somehow we talked
no,
about
because I want to get into the
Aaron
fact
Judge.
that, and I know
Tom
that
brought
we're
up
saying,
baseball.
we hope New York is strapping in because it looks like it's going to happen. And you know what? Remember we talked about the pool of people that look at who they have to choose from. Okay, all due respect, Sliwa, I really don't know who he is, the guy with the beret, but Eric Adams, look at all the stuff, the Sanctuary City and everything that he did, and then Cuomo. I mean, look at what he did with the old people in the nursing homes with COVID, and it's almost like it's your guys' fault that this Mamdani guy is gonna have this riots. And guess what? 2 days ago, a story came out. He pledges to spend. Are you ready, New Yorkers? $100 million for free lawyers for illegals. For illegals to have lawyers for their immigration, for their deportation. Okay? You're welcome. It's coming, and it's coming quick. And did you see the Dearborn? What? You saw this? $100 million of your taxpayer New York money. Bunch of Trump haters.
Good.
That is coming.
Good.
You're going to pay for illegals.
More for the rest of us.
Because you know what that's saying? I want illegals to stay here. I love illegals, not the actual citizens that crime is up and all this shit that's happening. Sorry for my language, but this is what you're going to get. And you know what happens when that happens? The defund the police attitude and all that stuff. He's going to get like what's happening in Dearborn. Did you see the police chief in Dearborn? Did you guys see this guy?
Show me.
If you don't mind.
Police chief.
The police. Let me get his actual name. I'm going to get
the guy?
His name is Police Chief Issa Shaheen. He's standing in front of a Lebanese flag. He praises his Arab American police force, celebrating hijabs in the justice system. And just listen what he says with alhamdulillah. This isn't America. Just letting you guys know. Go ahead.
When I joined the department, Dearborn's Arab American population was nearly 50%. Yet less than 3% of our police. It's now a department that reflects and embraces the community it serves, with 45% of our officers being Arab American. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Oh,
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. It's coming, guys.
The police.
Guys, and guess what, Mamdani? Strap in.
And guess what?
Strap in.
We should do a podcast in Dearborn.
Let's do it.
Can you run a poll, Rob? Can you run a poll? No. You know what I want the poll to be? If we were to run a podcast in Dearborn, like Detroit, Dearborn, Michigan, would you fly out to come to the podcast if we were to find a hotel? Because I know it would be ruckus. 44%
And you know what's
Can
happening?
you just run that poll? Rob,
Please.
folks, I just want to know if we get 2,000 crazy America-loving people, patriots in the same place, I want military guys to show up, vets, Air Force, Harley Davidson, bring them all, baby, right?
And then just do a podcast
And we
in
do a
Dearborn.
podcast in Dearborn, and we talk about how awesome America is, right?
Oh my goodness!
I'm curious to know what that poll. I'm sure my wife is excited about this announcement.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, we'd have to get crazy security, but I just want you guys to know, because the citizens are complaining. They're having mosques are doing their call to prayer at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and this is what's happening in Dearborn, New York. Are you ready for this? Go ahead. This is in America. 5 o'clock. What time is this? Some lady complained that it was 5 o'clock in the morning, and they're going to the city, and it's.
Yeah, they have a horn they blow, and then there's
happened.
like a cantor that sings.
Like, listen.
Ashhadu.
Like, dude, I'd be like, what?
That's actually my alarm clock I wake up to every day, guys. So I don't see the problem.
By the way,
you don't
I
wake
was going
up.
to say
This is
something
how I
very
wake up
weird.
every day.
Rob, you can
Very
stop.
weird. I grew up in Iran. I would hear this all the time.
Yeah.
And there are some guys that sing this song with the most incredible voice. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
5 a.m.?
At 5 a.m.
In America?
In America.
No.
In
Yeah,
America.
sorry,
And
bro.
I'm a guy, I'm a reasonable guy. It's just such a beautiful song if it's sang by the right people, but not 5 a.m., not in America.
No, sorry.
Not appropriate.
Sorry, guys.
What's this, Rob?
This is a video of I believe it's a former Islamist.
I got it. Yeah, go for
I've
it.
seen this before. Yeah.
When I was an extremist, Islamist, fundamentalist, I would only vote left.
Why is that?
I saw them as very stupid. I would fear the conservatives because they come with principle. That's not someone they can brainwash. But the left, I know they have no values and no principles to begin with. I dare you to find one Islamic extremist that votes for Donald Trump. Never do it. They'd give their vote to the leftist who wants to run around in pride parades. And Islamic extremists are against gays and homosexuals and transgenders, but they want the left to go and get busy with that. They want them, go speak about the climate, go speak about abortion, go kill yourselves, go do that. And Omar, she's fighting for abortion rights and all the other, my body, my choice. Yes, go do that. But would she have an abortion? Never.
Weird.
Never.
Weird.
Would she kill a Muslim in her stomach? Never.
Wow.
What is the fundamentalist and jihadi agenda for America?
The future of America has to be Muslim.
Wow.
Would you say, Adam, when they say it, believe them?
Tom,
when
go
they
ahead.
tell you who they are, believe
I'll
them.
tell you, there is a simple reality. In terms of a caliphate and a whole war of extermination, the liberal dies last. And the first will be the Jews. The second will be the Christians. In some cases, the Christians, they go after them first because they're protecting the Jews. That's the way it's been. The fundamentalist Christians that protect Jewish people. I'm not talking about Israel as a nation. I'm talking about Jewish people. And then you get around to, and now for you. Well, wait a minute. I was with you, man. You gave you your freedom. I said you had the right to free speech. You had the right to say what you wanted. And you said things about Christians and Jews. I maybe thought you were a little extreme or a little crazy, but it said that. No, you don't understand. It says, you. It says, are you coming with me? No. I believe this, and no. Well, now you're the infidel. And the liberal needs to understand, the liberal dies last.
Nobody cares about that. You know why, Tom? It's kind of like why some people eat as bad as they do until they have a heart attack. You ever wondered, like, I read a book by John Maxwell, one of his books. It could have been 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, and he talks about what happened after he had a heart attack, how bad he was eating and how quickly he changed his diet because he was thinking about his kids, grandkids, all that stuff, right? Most people don't think it's going to happen to them. Most people don't think cancer is going to happen to them. Most people don't think any of that stuff's going to happen to them. Like, no, it's other people. It's never me. It's never me. It's never me. And then it's you, and it's like, oh, shit, I never knew it was going to be me. Well, that's kind of how life works. So I don't think that ever does anything to them, even though you're right. They are going to be last, and they're still going to get them as well. They still won't. That's not going to move them. They won't sit there and be like, because of that, I'm going to change. Nope.
Can I add one thing?
They have a massive blind spot, Tom. Go ahead.
Can you show that police chief again? This is not the angle you think I'm going to take here. This gentleman right here who's saying that, when he started with the police force to only 3% of the police force in a 50% Muslim community were police, but now it's up to 45%. I'm actually happy he talked about this because we need more reasonable Muslims who are policing their own people, just like we need Christians policing their own people, Jews policing their own people, Republicans, Democrats. We need more people saying, no, guys, if you love America, appreciate America, be a part of the American melting pot, we're here for it. We need those people, those police officers, to vet out the radicals. How else are we going to find the radicals in the mosques or the radicals in the churches or the radicals in the temples? Not that there's many of those, but how else are we going to find those people? And we need to bring them back into the fold. Creating enemies within America is very problematic. So I would encourage I have Muslim friends. You saw the video I did in Detroit, right? When at the airport, when they're all masked up. Why was I in Detroit? My grandma's from Detroit. My dad's from Detroit. I have friends in Detroit. I have Jewish friends in Detroit. I have Muslim friends in Detroit. Huge Chaldean community, which is basically like the Syrian community. Huge black community. If you love America and you're here for America, we have open arms for you. But if you're here actively plotting against America, that's the problem that people have. So when you see these clerics being like, we need to bring down America and burn down America, that's the people we need to investigate. This is uncalled for.
Yep.
Burning of the flags. Exactly.
Can a Christian or a Jew run for office in a Muslim country?
No.
Interesting.
Weird.
That question alone.
Definitely not a Jew.
That question alone.
Yeah. There is a double standard. You're absolutely right.
Tom.
Can a gay person hold a pride parade in Gaza? Or is it just fashionable to say,
gays for Gaza, queers for Palestine?
The answer is
hold
chickens for KFC.
They'll meet their maker within.
Yeah, that's exactly. You can't get a permit, but if you want to self-organize, you're going to self-exterminate.
You bring up the point, Pat. That's exactly what it is. Is that they can do whatever they want. Anyone can do whatever they want here in America. But in other countries, that's not how it works. Yeah.
And when they think, it's
there's
really
the queers
funny.
for Palestine, chickens for KFC.
Adam,
There's
isn't it
cognitive
crazy
dissonance going on
how
here.
some of our young people think that the rest of the world is really just like us?
Well,
and I can just go over there and I can do this. But if they went over there, they would have drum solos played on their head.
That's true. The one problem that you're wrong with, Tom, is that you said, isn't it interesting that they think? They don't think. They're just, it's raw emotion.
Assume. Yeah. They emotionally
You know what
assume.
happens when you assume?
This has been a record-breaking month in the history of the company with Moneck. Massive. I've never gotten this many Monecks. Rob is talking about the amount of Monecks it's getting, but there's one massive announcement that we've been working on. The first strategic partner that became the biggest shareholder outside of us in Moneck, and it's a great story. I don't want you to watch the whole 5-minute clip. We'll post it on social afterwards. I just want you to watch the first minute on how exciting this is. There's so many big things happening behind closed doors with Moneck. We're hiring machine learning engineers left and right. And we're hiring right now. If you're looking at this saying, I want to be part of Moneck, I want to be part of ET, we're aggressively hiring. But this is our latest strategic partner with Moneck that just happened. Last Friday, we shot the video. The announcement internally was finalized 2 weeks ago. Go ahead, Rob.
I have a big announcement to make to you today. Let me tell you what it is. For Moneck. Moneck today, September, the biggest month the company's ever had in the history. But the announcement is very simple. We've been working for 1 year. I have a very special guy sitting next to me today who is officially the biggest strategic partner and investor in Moneck, and that's none other than Tony Robbins.
How you doing, brother?
Excited about this partnership.
Thanks for coming by.
Yes, of course.
I'm excited too. I mean, if you're watching, I think one of the most important principles of success in business that's certainly shaped my life is proximity is power. The first multi-billionaire I met, he's saying, tell me your goals, tell me your dreams. And I told him all about them. And he says, Tony, if you want to do that, you got to know a lot of these certain people. He goes, how much time do you spend with those people? I said, almost never. He goes, brother, what made me a billionaire is proximity is power. If you get in the environment with people that are the best in the world, you're 1 or 2 people away from the deal that you want to make. But if you're trying to do something you don't know anybody, you can forget it. And what I love about this is you're democratizing it. You're making it so we get access to people. If you go on LinkedIn, it's really nice, but most people are not going to respond. Maybe 10% of the people respond if they're a player. They don't have time and energy. But in my case, I'm doing this and I'm just donating the money that's received. I just want to empower people and help people and go on this journey with you because I know what's coming. I don't think you're announcing everything.
No, not yet. They don't know everything that's coming on.
You can pause it right there. We'll post a video all over social afterwards. Guys, this is the last week, the amount of downloads with the app right now, it's unbelievable. Messages, calls, all of it. And everybody online is like, oh my God, do these people charge this much? And do those people, is Pat $48,000 an hour? I'm actually not $48,000 an hour. For a keynote, it's $350,000 to $500,000 per hour that people pay gladly that we do. However, on Connect, if you want access, it's that much. FYI, 25 years ago, if you wanted to book President Trump to speak for 1 hour, you know how much it was 25 years ago? $1 million. And guess what? He was worth it. If you have access to people like this. Now, if you're watching this right now, you're saying, man, I want to be able to talk to, can I get a message back from Ray Lewis for $75? Yes. Can I message Terrence Howard, the actor? Yes. Can I message some basketball players and talk to them? Yes. Can I message some business people and find out how to raise money? Yes. Can I talk to some guys like Tony Robbins? Yes. That access is available. You can go out there and try to cold email somebody, less than 1% chance they respond. Instagram X tweet, less than 5% chance. LinkedIn's around 10%. Connect is 94% response rate. If you haven't yet used the app, you can download the app and start connecting today. And we have so many more big announcements that's coming in. I think LinkedIn missed the opportunity. There's a massive business community that's looking for a place to network with each other. That's LinkedIn is becoming that for now. I'm excited about it. There's a lot of good things that are going on behind closed doors. But we just wanted to announce to all of you guys, Tony Robbins is officially the strategic partner with Connect. More announcements coming soon. I'm excited about it.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.